Hi, David.
Hello.
How are you? It's Dominique.
I'm good. Hello, Dominique. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
I haven't seen you for ages.
I know. How's things?
They're good. Good. Hello, Natasha. Hello, Dominique. Are you joining us today?
For
Dominique,
a couple of minutes.
a couple
Yeah,
of
for a couple
minutes.
of minutes. Busy day.
How's the summer going?
Gone.
It's gone.
It's gone.
Hey, David.
Hello. Hey, how are you, Mick?
I'm okay. Yourself?
I'm good. I'm good.
You're looking healthy.
Yeah, don't judge a book by its cover.
Go on, I'll talk to you.
Cool. Yeah, listen, call me.
Yeah, I will, yeah.
I've emailed you a couple of times. Let's have a meeting.
Right, no problem, yeah. Go on, I'll talk to you, yeah.
Yeah, get your people to talk to my people.
Right, yeah, I'll do that.
Thank you, brother. Thanks
All right. Welcome, everyone. Is everyone happy with the recording?
Yeah.
Yep. Got consent from everyone? Yep. All right, good. Who's going to build the container this morning?
We're just waiting for two more.
Okay.
They should tell them when I'm starting the container as well.
So, yeah. The last one in can start the container.
Okay.
Ian starts the container.
Outside the container. How are you? My name is Ian. Good morning. I'm in good form. Happy to be here. Pass on to Martin.
I'm good. Checking in good today. I think we're all in like good giggly form. We had a good laugh before coming in. And yeah, I tag Tasha.
Yeah, I'm checking.
Just say your name out aloud for the recording.
Martha. No, I shout that,
Oh, yeah, I'm fucking here. Fuck's sake.
Yeah, I'm Natasha and I'm checking in good and positive and happy to be here. And I pass it on to Megan.
Hi, I'm Megan. I'm checking in as happy to be here and optimistic for today's learning. I'm tagging Gary.
Morning, I'm Gary. I am tagging in good. Looking forward to the morning with you. And I'm tagging in Paul.
Hey, I'm Paul. Yeah, same as everybody. Feeling all right today. Looking forward to getting into it. And I'll tag in Ian or Stephen.
Dean.
My name's Stephen Dean. Good morning. Yeah, checking in. Very good. Very good today. Just still got to keep learning and keep going. Appreciate everything. Cheers. He has a bottle of water there, Dominic. It's okay.
Is that everyone?
That's it.
Okay, so no Dominique, no me.
Dominique is coming back in. She's just getting water.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, who are we missing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
This is us.
This is us.
Okay, we started off with 8.
Yeah.
Stephen didn't come back.
Stephen didn't come back. Was it something I said?
It wasn't
I
you.
think so, yeah.
All right. So 7 out of 8. Not a bad retention, huh?
No.
Good.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, so I check in. How do I check in? I check in a bit anxious. I check in feeling a bit I guess I feel a little bit responsible because people come along here, they get trained, they get certified, they get a stamp of approval to show up in a professional way, and then life happens. Yep. And the line is like, my job is to train people and to get people through a standard. After that, it's difficult to manage how people's lives are. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And what you're looking to measure is the person's ability to perform the function. So if you've got somebody who goes to university and studies to become an accountant, yeah, and they go out into the world and they get employed by a company to be an accountant, and they end up going on the piss, the company's going to judge them on, are they able to do their job and behave in the workplace? Yeah. So are they able to function as accountants? When people in recovery that say go from a complete abstinence behavior, they go and they get professionalized and they start using again or something, the boundaries get very murky.
Yeah.
Yep. And in AA it's quite simple. Yep. You're either drinking, you're not drinking, and if you are drinking, you're going to AA because you want to stop drinking, or you have the desire to stop drinking. Yeah. Harm reduction programs are different, but what we're talking about here is professional conduct and the way to behave, and then what my role is as a trainer and a facilitator. Yeah. So that's the anxiety I sit with, because we're training people all over the world. Yeah. And people are at different stages. So it becomes quite difficult for, I mean, I think what I do is I take things quite personally and I feel responsible for things that I actually have no power over. Yeah. So it's a bit, I mean, I think the feeling's a bit like my dad being sober, going off him on the piss, and then me as a kid feeling embarrassed for his behavior. Does that make sense? That's the and kind of as a kid in me thinking, what could I do to stop my dad from drinking, which is completely warped and sad.
Yeah.
And I'm sure a lot of you relate to this sort of stuff. So that's what I'm sitting with, and that's what I'm checking in with. This is class number 12 for you, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So you're right in the thick of it now. Yep. You guys are getting a good understanding of what coaching is and what coaching isn't. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. You've got a good understanding that coaching is a strengths-based conversation with elements of motivational interviewing, elements of kind of dual diagnosis awareness. Yeah, the elements of being aware of signposting people to external recovery capital, and elements of when you can use your own lived experience as a professional asset to improve outcomes for that individual.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So let's hand over here. Who's got the container this morning? Who started the check-in?
Ian,
Okay, go for it, Ian.
what do you want to speak about?
Yeah. I don't fucking know. Sorry for language. What would you speak about? What did we?
Don't really get me started, you know.
So what's it?
What's the topic like? What? See, my daddy brought up like his smoking and with relationship with his ex-partner last week.
Oh yeah, the topic that.
Tasha brought up her job, even her job 1 week.
Mental health? No, not that. No, stay away from that.
It's an excellent topic.
A good topic.
Yeah.
Yeah, we go with mental health then.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a wonderful topic. Okay. So if our agenda today is mental health, before we go there, was there any homework that you guys had to do from last week?
We just go over module 3, was it?
Natasha, your smile gives it away every time. She always goes, yeah, there was homework, but we didn't fucking do it.
So there's a recovery month starting in September, and last week there was a committee started for suggestions for that month. So we actually didn't get to do our homework, but we will catch up on it.
Okay.
Now.
Yeah.
You know what, when you said, it's a good thing you said mental health, because that give me a dig. I would give a speech about mental health for the recovery month. So I'll get more of an idea about it as well. So I have an idea about it, but I don't want to say some things that
No, just quiz yourself on what you're role playing now, what you're gonna do. Like, you know what I mean?
Mental health, I hear suicide, I hear self-harm, sink or swim. You know, it's not a nice thing. And some people out there don't even believe now how people are, do you know what I mean? It's lost a few people to it as well, do you know. I'm sure a few people here have lost someone or know someone, you know, and kind of really believe that a problem shared is a problem halved, you know. If you yourself a much better chance if you do talk about it, so yeah. If you sit down with another addict maybe or another person very close, yeah, if you share what's going on, yeah, I believe that can help you, you know.
Yeah.
You
I agree with you.
know what someone's thinking, you know. I mean, you can't read their mind. So it'd be nice to sit down. For anyone out there struggling with it, it'd be nice for them to share what's going on, do you know what I mean? You can't tell them what to do, obviously, you know, whatever they're going to do. But I'd like someone out there very closely to confide in me if they were going off, if they were planning on doing that to themselves. Or
Mental health doesn't always need it can be mental health can be like depression.
Yeah.
You know,
Isolated.
that's going straight to the suicide
Yeah.
part. It's isolation, you know.
But that's what I just said, that's right here. When
I know. I'm not saying
There's
obviously.
a few depths to it, no?
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
There's
Like,
lots of different
it's just psychosis and all would be down to mental health. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, your self-care would be down to your mental health.
Yeah, your well-being, everything, you know.
Yeah.
Just your life living on daily, like of like obviously your trauma from years with people. Like people, you hear some people are like some people bringing up trauma from 6 and 7. Like, to be honest with you, I can't fucking remember being 6 or 7, probably 10, 11. Like, you know, and like I believe a lot of people play up on stuff now as well. Like, you know, just trying for the sorry card, but like some people probably accurate with it, but yeah, mental health is a like it's a big thing and it can be used in lots of different ways. Like, so yeah, it's just a thing that I think it's never going to resolve itself because like everyone nowadays, like, well, come back 10 years ago, would if someone sat there and says I've mental health problems and all, people like are saying of anxiety. I've only heard of anxiety the past 7 or 8 years. Do you know what I mean? And even at that. So I think like when we used to get the butterflies, that's why people have anxiety now when they get butterflies now, just normal things in their stomach. Like, so it's like, yeah, I don't know with me, like, you know, I see things a lot different then, and I try and judge someone and say like you don't judge a book by your cover, but then like basically, I would be playing a lot of poker and I have a good read on people when they're bluffing or not. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm an outside person and I could see someone and then, yeah, it's just, there's a lot of fairy tale people out there, but no one being around here for so long, you can see a lot of people's true colours, like, you know?
Yeah.
See, like what you were saying there, Dean, like, we wouldn't have known probably what mental health was, but that's obviously what it was, whatever you were going through back then as well. But just some things now, today you have a name.
For everything.
You know, you have a name for what it is, and if you think back, you'd probably say, yeah, I was going through that back then. Just didn't know it was mental health. Didn't know
We just got on with it.
Yeah,
that's why I was. There was no
Just got on with it.
mental on it. You
Everyone-
just got on with it.
Yeah.
Everyone's just fragile now.
No.
They're not like, to be honest, I don't think people are
Yeah.
like the generation now are not bred like us from my age, like and our age. They're not like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know, they're just like, you even go with the likes of football. Someone gets a tap on that bleeding broke up, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They went and smash people up on the fucking pitch, like, do you know what I mean? And we get up and walk away.
On the other
You
side
know,
of that,
people are made of paper nowadays.
yeah, on the other side of that, my ma was a manic depressive and it was fucking hard. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? My ma suffered and struggled for days upon days. Do you know what I mean? And I literally could not get out of a hole. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I do understand people use that and play off
Yeah,
it. Do you
no,
know
no.
what I mean? And you know,
But that's what I'm saying,
You know what I mean?
you could-
But it's
there's-
fucking hard.
I reckon
you know
there's
what
a
I mean?
less percentage of people out there that really do something with it, that
Yeah.
people play the card
Yeah,
now, do you know
yeah,
what I mean? Like,
yeah,
you know, and
yeah.
that's what I'm trying to say, like, there is people out there
Oh yeah.
that will put this, like, I'd say there's a 60% of people that
Yeah.
play the card on it.
Yeah. No, I would have played the card for a long time myself. That happened to me. I'm stuck in this type of
Yeah,
relationship.
and that
would
would
have
have
probably
probably
today.
if we are dealing with mental health.
Yeah. Well, you know what I mean? What since coming into recovery, I've got outside help. You know what I mean?
To
Where
deal with it all.
back then, when I'm time again, I'm reverting back to my ma 20 years ago, there wasn't anything. They were just packed off to Brendan's and gave them all
Yeah.
drugs. There wasn't any counselling. There wasn't any. Do you know what I mean?
But
It
it's
was
like,
just-
it's like you going to a doctor, right? Like, come on, here, there's tablets.
Mm.
Don't say, you can go to a recovery place, you can get out of this.
Oh, never.
Doctors just want to prescribe it. I fucking hate doctors.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Can't believe stand it because they're all,
Yeah.
and then all they want to give you, see people on antidepressants tablets. I say to people, why are you on there? That's what's making you
They're
good.
offering you
We need them,
methadone for
them. You don't
Yeah.
fucking need them. Do you know what I mean? Go into a treatment centre, go get your head right, go to a psych,
Yeah.
and it can be resolved. But that's just the way doctors have people brainwashed around that. You know?
So that's why we need places like this and people like
Yeah.
us.
Mm.
Okay, so Natasha, what is this place that you're talking about?
Here in St. Calva.
Yeah,
Yeah, somewhere to come during the day and be in groups and like keep the mind busy and you're not at home isolated in depression, no one to talk to. You come in here, you're surrounded by people, you're able to talk and you find yourself again. And
Stand a
start
much
getting
better
back to
chance, yeah.
education and all. So giving yourself a chance.
Yeah. And giving yourself the opportunity to say, like, oh Jesus, I'm probably not that even bad, because there's people in there that going through a lot worse, and then these are wine and dining off the drugs. Maybe you'll get off them drugs.
Yeah.
So like, you're just going into a doctor, oh yeah, I need drugs. But when people find that there's centres like this that come talk about it, you realise it's just like you're being drugged by doctors as much as like anything else. Like, do you know what I mean?
Could have done it years
Yeah, you could have come into a place like here, opened up, talk. Oi, there is a solution around this. I don't have to go to the doctor. I don't need antidepressants. That's why I'm fucking depressed. But this country's giving me antidepressants.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Or a script.
Oh, they do make it worse.
Yeah.
Fucking hell,
Oh,
they make it worse.
what's the energy in the container right now?
Good.
Yeah.
Angry at doctors.
Hey, fucking doctors.
Because when he brings you up, you do become like that.
Yeah, because doctors are.
I told someone they went down and they were coming off, I'm not too sure, they were coming off something, it was nothing to do with heroin, but the doctor says I can give you a methadone. Can't remember who it was, that's what I said it. Or it could have been, it was
Oh yeah,
something,
Solvadine is a codeine based on it's
Yeah.
an opiate.
but it was nothing to do with heroin anyway.
Yeah, but to give you that.
It's
And the
you
doctor
do.
was offering you, the doctor said it's a bunch on something,
Because it's a
but he said there
codeine.
was methadone. And he said, no, I don't want methadone. Like, 'cause
So
they-
the energy in the container, it feels quite kind of solution orientated. It feels quite positive. It feels as if you're all talking. Yeah. And what Natasha summarized is Sankalpa is a kind of place where people can come and just talk about things a lot more that helps people's mental health.
Yeah.
Just when you're at home,
It breaks isolation, it instills hope, it creates a sense of belonging.
Loads in it.
See,
And then Megan, did you say your mother was manic depressive?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So you grew up as a kid,
Watching them. Yeah.
yeah, watching. Okay. And then I noticed when the container was starting in the beginning, yep, you became the representative. It's as if you were talking for the container.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's a compliment, by the
Oh,
way.
Yeah, all
Yeah.
right.
She's not used to it. She still was
No,
at that
definitely
stage.
not. Not the-
Yeah, yeah. So, and it felt as if you were a kind of a bridge between the mental well-being of the container here, yep, and me over here.
Yeah,
Does that make sense? It felt supportive. It felt, yes, no, we got this. This is what we're doing. This is what's happening in Recovery Month. We weren't able to do that, but this is what we're doing. So there was a real soothing and nurturing and bridging. Yeah.
yeah,
And I got the kind of image of you like telling the social services or whatever, no, my mum's all right, it's fine, we got this, the kids are being fed or whatever.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I would have had to rear my two brothers for a long time because my mum was in and out of hospitals and things like that. So I kind of felt that my childhood was limited because I had to act as an adult to not only look after my brothers but sometimes look after my mum. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. So however you see your childhood,
Yeah.
what I'm seeing here now is a very resourceful person, a member of the community that has a fantastic skill set here in helping people with mental health. So
Okay.
if we look at substance use disorder or
Yeah.
addiction being part of mental health issues, yep, it's a lot more connected and integrated than, well, you got a drug problem, you got to sort out your drug problem before you can sort out your mental health problem.
Yeah.
That feels like a siloed approach.
Yeah.
Yep. And where there's an integrated approach, you get much better outcomes. It
Yeah.
costs less and it's helpful for everyone within the system.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, keep going. You got this container, Ian. Keep going. Great
Health.
topic. Gary, you coming in?
Yeah, see with mental health, like it's very complex, and
Yes.
like at least with a drug addict, there's physical, like you can see it on them. You know, when someone's on drugs, you can tell by the
Yeah.
complexion. Where mental health is so
It can be
Discreet.
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
And Ian is right. There is people. I think it's kind of for kids growing up now. It's kind of cool to say, "Oh, I'm anxious," or it seems kind of cool. But if someone presents themselves with mental health, we just kind of have to. For me, and I just have to take it personal out of it and not judge anyone.
100%.
But then we're not really qualified either, so that's kind of just we behind the bridge between getting them the help they need.
So what I would prefer to say is to manage my judgments around someone's mental health issues
Take my personal
without shaming them. Yeah.
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 So to give you an example, my youngest son, Luca, his mother was convinced he had ADD and depression, and there was something wrong with him. Yeah. I was convinced he was just fucking normal. He was just a normal kid at school that was dyslexic, restless, bored in the environment. Yeah. So when I went to go see the teachers about his behavior in the school environment, it triggered my childhood trauma. And I just told him, your school's fucked. Yep, no wonder my son's like this.
Exactly.
My ex-wife was going, oh, my boy's sick of it. Yeah. So it became difficult for me to not be judgmental in a way that goes, just fucking pull yourself together.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I had a very similar thing with my daughter. She's only 7, right? So we're getting
Bless you, Natasha.
we're getting these notes home from the school saying she has X, Y, and Z. They think anyway, and she needs play therapy, and she probably might need one-to-one. So of course straight away I thought, right, fuck, it's because of her trauma, and like she was fucking 3 years of age when I was flat. Do you know what I mean? So instead of just taking what the school said, I went further about it. Where before I wouldn't have, I would have just agreed with them because she must be. But I went up to the school, I met the teacher. Well, the teacher's 19.
What?
Primary school teacher, 19. Hungover. Hasn't a fucking clue what she's at. But I didn't say that now, obviously. I didn't. That's what I thought. So I got like a second opinion from outside the school. Ada just needs Ada's just a little bit needy.
Yeah.
And wants a bit more attention in the class than the rest of it. Do you know what I mean?
Okay. So systemically, what happened there?
What do you mean? What's systemically mean?
Like,
What
what
was the info?
happened from your childhood to what got you the where did you go because of past?
Nowhere really.
What did it bring up in
It
you?
didn't really bring that up.
I'll tell you what happened systemically. Gary the dad showed up,
Yeah.
and Gary the dad took an interest in his daughter's upbringing, went to the school and said, "What the fuck's going on here?" And Gary the dad went out and got a second opinion and considered the system and everything, took reference to your own values and said, built a relationship with your daughter, and I think, yep, really showed up as a father.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was only because before I would have just took the word of the school.
Yeah.
And now that's not me being come here, I'll call a spade. Fucking teacher's 19 or 20 years of age. Who's she to be telling me that my daughter needs play therapy and counseling?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hasn't even developed yet.
Yeah. Socks older than him. And I don't mean that.
So you took a considered judgment, yeah, as a wise old man. Yeah.
Well, I'll take that.
Yeah. No, you must take it because a lot of recovery is getting over our self-esteem and the shame of what the addiction caused, yeah?
Yes. 100%.
And then finding our voice and expressing that in a way that is constructive.
Yeah.
And mature and grown up. It's like Natasha a few weeks ago, she said, "I've grown out of my job. I need to move on to something else now." You remember that, Natasha? Yeah. That's like Gary, what you did a couple of weeks ago. She said, "I got to go and find some work so I can bring some more money in for my kids." Yep. And you did something around that. Now you're telling us how you went into your school and took an active part in your child's education. You didn't just leave the kid and go, "Oh, well, let the school fucking sort it out, and it's the school's fault."
Because you know what I've realised since I
Pardon?
you know what I've realised since like I got sober or whatever? When you're growing up and when you're in addiction, you have people like teachers, guards, solicitors, doctors up on a pedestal.
Yeah.
And I tell you, when you meet them on a level that out of their profession, they ain't up on that pedestal anymore.
Mm.
And you know what, Gary?
Yeah.
We need to have compassion for them. It's hard. It's hard. But they genuinely believe that they're doing right. Yeah. And they're human as well.
Just the same.
But that's it. But that's the way we look. Well, I did anyway.
No,
Looked
I
at them
did
like up on a pedestal, like, oh, if a copper says it or a solicitor, it must be right.
Yeah.
Where now I realise, no, man,
No.
they're just like us.
Yeah.
I'm just going to let Andrew in, all right?
Yeah.
Let's see if Andrew comes in.
We haven't had anyone in the have we?
No, you must have 2 weeks holidays. Religious holidays. Religious holidays. So almost 2 weeks.
Hello, Andrew.
Hi, David. How you doing?
All right. Yep, I'm all right. So you're either half an hour early, or you've come, or you've come in the holiday period. So I can't remember what I've done. I can't remember if I've postponed it for the holiday period. But now that you're here, welcome. Do you want to check in?
Yeah, I'll check in. Pretty similar. I don't know what's going on, to be honest. Yeah, I've got kids at home, checking in, just survival mode still, just getting through the summer holidays. But I had a good break, had a good couple of weeks off. Just trying to get back into the swing of things. So yeah, bear with me this morning. I'll try and do what I can, but I'm here. So.
Okay, no problem. Welcome. All right. So we'll go for half an hour, and then we'll just close the container. All right.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So who built the container? Was it Ian?
Yeah.
Yep. Ian, do you want to give Andrew a summary of where we're at today?
We just been discussing mental health and just we're discussing mental health. Fucking about people's. What am I going on a little bit fuzzy there? Yeah, someone's
Like the doctors and that.
Yeah, about doctors bleeding, just prescribing you medication when you don't really need it. Like, and coming into places like these buildings where you can get where you can understand what's really wrong with you, you know, and you don't just have to play up on a doctor's card of drugging you, and you can come here and get the help that you need and speaking out about it. Yeah, so just all different solutions around it. That's what we're speaking of.
Cheers, Ian.
Does anyone want to add anything to that?
We were just saying about how complex as well mental health, that it's not every issue is not the same, and it's different for everybody, and sometimes there's no visible signs of mental health, and that sometimes, and as well, take a personal opinion out of it, because we're not doctors, where we were saying that, well, I was saying that there's a lot of people, it seems to be cool now to have mental health issues in some ways with the internet and stuff. So if someone does come in and engages with you, and you don't think, you think they're just they're just bullshitting you, take your personal opinion out of it and still treat them,
Meet them where they're
meet them where they're at, yeah.
Okay. What else? Let's hear from, is it Martha? You've been very quiet today.
I'm just a quiet person. I was just thinking there in my head though, how like I have learned to keep it's very difficult to like keep your opinion out of things when someone is looking to is presented to you looking for help, whether it's like in a service here or like sponsorship or whatever. And I have a personal experience and view on meds, and I used to find it difficult to take. It's not an opinion, it's an experience, because like I was diagnosed with borderline personality disorder probably about 10 years ago now, and at the time I had never heard of it. I'd never really heard of anyone else with it, and like I was already on meds, but like that then became my identity, like having BPD, and I was like, oh, like I have BPD, and I'd like post about it on social media, and like I'd use it as an excuse, as like, oh, this is just this is the way that I am because I have this. And then when I went into treatment, I was like, oh no, I don't have that, I'm just a sick addict. Like, and I think there's a lot of crossover with the two. And personally, I believe borderline personality disorder is just made up, because it's not like a wire cross in the brain like the way bipolar disorder or something would be. It's not chemical, it's to do with your surroundings. So it's a label for a collection of symptoms, but it keeps people, and this is all my personal opinion, I wouldn't go saying this to people that didn't ask, but I think it keeps people stuck in that box, like I started a job recently, and one of the girls was asking what I was doing before, and I said I was working in an addiction service, and she was saying how she's been in psych wards and she's on quetiapine and sertraline and all these meds, and she reminded me of me at that age. Like, she's younger than me, because it was her whole identity was like, I have mental health issues, and I have to tread very carefully there, because I don't want to look like I'm telling anyone like that. You don't need that, And I was just like,
We should.
interested. Well, it's not my place.
No,
Like, that's
no.
her journey. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but like so you would even explain that now, like even at that, when you went to your treatment centre, like you realise, like, but for you sharing that, your experience to people like that, you'll resolve their problem as well, because they're not suffering.
But that's what I would talk about myself.
Have to be careful.
Yeah.
And when she talked about how much weed she smokes and all, then I was talking about me. But I wouldn't be saying, oh, you don't need that meds. Like,
Do you know what I've just realised as Martha was talking there? So for me, I suffered with mental health for a long time. But it was all down to my drug use and the alcohol use.
That was sympathy.
It comes hand in hand.
It was all brought on by
using drugs.
By my drug use. And the way I looked at myself, and the way I spoke to myself, and the way I looked at the world. So now, like 2 years ago, the only fucking quiet time in my head I got was thinking of killing myself. Now I've given up drinking drugs, worked on myself. It's the fucking last thing I'm thinking about.
So do you think you're suffering with mental health?
No, it was the drinking, the drugs. But it was, at the time, it was mental health. It was, what would you call it?
It's psychotic mind, but
just say psychotic.
It's just the drugs telling you what your mind is thinking, what your
body.
Yeah,
I would have liked
for
that
me,
before I
that was the reality.
And
I
how
don't know
do you
where it
know
was coming
that?
from.
All right.
That was the reality of it.
Can I still? I'm asking for myself.
Martha?
Yeah, a human being. Like, I don't think there's one equation or one label, or it's all just words that people.
Martha?
Yes.
How was keeping quiet helpful for the container?
Not helpful.
Okay. How, now that you've shared your experience, has it been helpful for the container?
I'd have to ask the container, I guess.
Helpful. It reminded me of, reminded me that
it's given a better understanding.
Okay. So Martha, keeping quiet doesn't serve the world.
Yeah.
You've got a lot of wisdom to bring. Please share it.
And she just kept going.
I kind of listen, and like, I'm an observer. I don't jump out the gate with I've got this, and not saying that.
No. I get that. I'm not denying that at all. But I just want to just bring some attention that you brought a hell of a lot of wisdom by sharing your lived experience in today's container around mental health. You spoke about your borderline personality diagnosis as a younger woman. Yeah, you spoke about your medication. You spoke how you shared your lived experience with somebody else. Yeah, that was helpful for them. You're able to manage your opinion and your experience in a professional way, but you also need to learn how to share your experience in a way that people can get the wisdom from that. Yeah. What you said about border personality in comparison to bipolar, I thought was factually very, very correct and wise. Yeah, where there's a wiring difference in bipolar, but where BPD is more of a behavioral diagnosis, where some people would argue, and I'm a bit cautious to open up that can of worms, but it's a white male patriarchy, psychiatric oppression of women. That's what that kind of diagnosis can be seen as. Yeah, it's like this chick's off her head. She's hard to manage. Let's give her a label.
Yeah. Well, I haven't heard of any lads diagnosed with it now that you mentioned. I actually haven't heard of or seen because I'd still see it a bit, still come up a bit in my algorithm on like TikTok, and I've never seen a fella saying that he's diagnosed with borderline. Now that I draw the line and the difference so much between that and bipolar, because my best friend has bipolar. Well, I haven't. He was my best friend, has bipolar disorder, and I've seen the devastation and the trauma it causes when he's unmedicated. It's terrifying. It's like psychosis times, like mania is real. It's not a made up thing, and that's another reason why I'd be very careful about what I would say about medication, because his life and everyone around him is torn to pieces when he's not medicated.
I say it.
So I just think there's not one
I don't think they'd be
like equation for an individual. Everyone is everyone is different,
And Mark, did you know what I would have thought bipolar and borderline personality was the same?
You would though, because they're kind of just thrown around.
Yeah.
The terms are thrown around, and people are like, oh, he's bipolar, he's sad one day and happy the next. That's not what it
It's
is.
not what it is, is
It's when they're like happy in
Yeah.
psychosis. It's horrific to watch. Like it's thrown around a lot, which I get what Ian means about, people throwing terms around and I've this and I've that, but like
It's like a fashion,
I'm not I'm not there to say these people don't have that, but like if they saw what mania actually is, then they fucking know they don't have it. You know?
Exactly. So let's hear. We got about 19 minutes left. Let's hear from Andrew, who works in an organization, and let's hear how they handle dual diagnosis. Is that all right with you, Andrew?
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, I think Martha made a great point around having it, not using it as an excuse. So with the labels or whatever people bring, it's focusing more on what they can do to not overcome it, but to what they can do with their life, considering they've got that. It's not a case of they've got that diagnosis and that's the reason for the addiction, or that's the reason for any behaviours they don't want to do. It's looking at, right, you've got that. This is the reason, but it's not an excuse to carry on the behaviours as such. So it's coaching around that. If it's a case of they need to look into their diagnosis a bit more and maybe get it treated, potentially, a lot of people come with ADHD, and some medication can just control the impulses a bit better. But ultimately, what we'd like to encourage is not having the medication mask the problem. It's looking at the actual problem that's causing the addiction and causing the gambling harm.
Action. It's like, how do you manage? It's like, you have this, okay, now how do we live in the world and grow and progress? Not just milk it as an excuse.
Sorry, I missed that, Martha. Could you say that again, please?
Like looking at whether you're diagnosed with something or told like you have this, looking at it as a way of like, okay, well, how do we manage and continue to grow and live in the world? Not, oh, you have this label, now go sit in that corner with the other people that have that label and don't do it and milk it as an excuse,
Okay, so the responsibility of the coach, is to understand if the client or coachee understands their diagnosis, understands their medication, and is able to take responsibility for it. It's not the coach's responsibility to diagnose, make sure, and that sort of stuff. We want to know, does the person understand what's going on? And Martha, what you demonstrated there was that you understood very much what your diagnosis was, what your recovery is, and how to share it in a way that would empower somebody else around that. Yeah. And you shared your experience around your friend, and I think you said former best friend, that when they went into mania, how fucking different that is from, somebody who's a bit restless, for example.
What's mania?
Manic.
Like the term is
Yeah, it's the medical term. So it's like psychosis.
Yeah.
But like prolonged. You know, you're not smoking crack.
Yeah, you know, it just goes on.
It's just prolonged psychosis.
And do you see Martha's body language? Her eyebrows have gone up here, and it's like, this is fucking hectic.
Worst thing I ever went through in my life. Like trying to care.
Yeah. Okay.
Like it's horrific.
Okay. And this is another systemic thing. Yeah, somebody else's mental health can impact Martha as a friend, or I'm forgetting Megan as a daughter. Yep, that's like, this is how mental health can impact the family system, the friendship system, the community system. And what St. Cowper is, and what's your new name again?
Recover Together.
Recover Together as kind of organizations can help connect all the different resources together. Yeah. So you guys will create relationships with friendly psychiatrists and friendly school teachers and friendly police officers and friendly lawyers that kind of understand and can advocate for your people. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That's kind of what I do now.
Exactly.
I advocate for the clients, yeah.
Exactly. You're becoming consciously competent. Excellent, Gary.
Yeah.
You go around and listen to them and bring it back.
Yeah, so that's what I'm doing at the moment. And then, the only way I said I went out looking for work,
You got work.
the work came and found me.
Good.
Did, yeah. I got an internship.
Excellent.
With the place, the treatment centre I was in. With that company.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
That's fucking brilliant.
But, looking forward to it.
Oh, I'm so excited. It's so like, oh, yeah. Ian, how's it been holding the container?
What you say?
How has it been holding the container?
What you mean? Oh, like holding it, yeah. It's good. I'm enjoying the conversations coming out of everything and learning about, like, even, like, when Martha explained that situation, like, there you go, like, I'd love to know the population of people that I was diagnosed with that and that haven't got it, like, you know. And as I said, there is people that would have it, but it's bare minimum people, like, you know. And then, like, hearing Martha's story, she went in, she got treatment, and then realised that she's okay, like, do you know what I mean? You know, it's like that gave her a lot of peace of mind, saying, fucking, like, at 20 years of age, I thought I had this problem, went to the treatment centre and discovered that I was good.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it's I've never even heard of that, what she said, like, do you know what I mean? So when he was saying, I thought that was schizophrenia, bipolar, I was like, I still never heard of that word, what she said. Borderline,
Borderline.
no, never heard of it, do you know what I mean? So, yeah. So, yeah, it's like good. Actually, yeah, so good that we stayed on the subject and you just get more learning and learning by things. And, well, as I'm saying, I hate the doctors.
What's just after coming up there now for me as well, right? So, when I
don't hate doctors. Don't hate doctors.
I do hate doctors.
When I tried to kill myself years ago, and the doctor, my methadone doctor, asked me what did I take. So I told him, and he was like, "How are you still alive?" And then he proceeded then.
Give you more stuff.
Yeah, to try. Like I took 80 blueies. I never took blueies in my life, like, and then he proceeded then to try and put me on a prescription of them for anxiety. I can't remember what it was for, but I just knew myself that all my issues were coming from fucking heroin.
I'll give you a little story about this, like how where I can't stand doctors over the past year. I've got a little sister that's Down syndrome and she's type 1 diabetes, right? We used to give her insulin in the morning, at dinner, twice insulin, right? So now the doctor has put her on insulin in the morning, insulin at 12, insulin at 4, insulin at 8, and insulin at 10, right? She put on 2 stone over it. Because all the stuff, like, do you know what I mean? I went to nutritions, I went to diabetes meetings, and then, like, so what we've done, we've stopped giving her 2 of them insulins in the day. And we bring her home more often now. Like, and doctors saying she needs to put this amount of carbs and this and that into her body, even though she's type 1 diabetes. We had her on a great diet. But like, it's just like the doctor wanted to prescribe more medication. It's fucking, like, I'll end up choking the country with. And that's the God honest truth. Do you know what I mean? That's where my anger is with doctors. And then a lot of people I know that have been medicated off doctors and they don't even fucking need it. So doctors are cunts. I'm sorry for my language, but that's what I think about doctors. Do you know what I mean?
Anyway, yeah.
You know, it's all just prescription and money for them, for medical systems. Give they cancer, there's a cure for cancer. They won't prescribe it because it's too much money. They lose out on too much money. So that it's the HSC system all over the world is just cruel to everybody. Do you know what I mean? Because there's cures for everything.
So, yeah, I mean, first of all, I really hear your frustration there, Ian.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck, that must be difficult. And then the other side is I can't believe doctors go off into the profession to kind of go off and do evil.
Yeah, well, that's what they do, isn't it?
I think a lot of doctors and like nurses or police or people go into the school teachers think I'm going into this to make a difference. And then the environment around them kind of cripples it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And to Ian's point, to Gary's point, is that when you actually see these professionals in their personal life, you kind of understand their humane struggle as well. Is that a fair enough thing to say, Gary?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah. So when you were using, you used to project up to them, these are better than me.
Yeah.
But now you've kind of gone into your recovery, you can kind of see, these guys are just as fucking confused as me.
I'm not clear what's going on.
Yeah. And it'll be better if we can try and align our skills, to try and improve treatment outcomes, whether that's reducing medication or making diet more available within community. I don't know, but there's lots of work for us to do.
Yeah, that's for sure.
It'll never stop. It's never going to stop, no matter what.
Okay. So Ian, well done for holding the container. Well done for getting people to check in and to allow the topic to emerge. I think it's been a very fruitful container. The skill is to build the container, see what emerges, and now we need to get some homework out of this so we can always move forward and continue the learning. So what do you guys want to do for next week? Yeah?
Me tonight.
Like in what way? In this class homework, is it?
Yeah, well, look, so you need to learn about coaching. You understand the conversation. You know about the continuums. We've been talking about the system. Yeah. In the next few weeks, we're going on to leadership and then creating the container. And as we start to move towards the end of it, I'm going to be very interested in how you run as an organization, how you onboard people into the organization, how you signpost, how your system runs around there from an operational perspective.
Well,
how you manage the place.
How about like, so just say for instance, Dean works on someone of doing the recovery coach of their experience. Oh no, that's I wouldn't run away with my mind in here at the minute.
All right. So why don't we let Martha give you all homework?
I knew you were going. I was trying to think of something. I know for me, I would kind of, after talking about it, I would I always seem to notice whatever we've talked about more in the days to follow.
Yeah.
So like things will probably stand out more in conversations if people are talking about mental health or meds or big pharma or whatever, and it's kind of having that little, like when my friend relapsed and we had just been talking about frapping, I had that pause to kind of, before jumping in, go, oh, what have I like just learned about this? So if the topic were to come up on what we've just talked about in the next week, kind of take that pause and be like, is my opinion on this like, I don't want to say right or wrong because I don't really believe in that, but just kind of trying to be more objective, like not, so set in what you believe in. See if there's something you can actually learn from that person without going into one place and thinking, I know what's best. Because I obviously, before frapping, would have thought, I'll help this fella by saying this, this, and this, but I was able to kind of take that pause and go, well, what can I apply that I've learned here that might be more
questions.
I have that happens all the time. Like, when I'm conversation with people, I can see your face and I'm like, right, don't say that. Or I see Christy, remember Christy, open questions, and I'll be like, right, don't say that, because I want to say to him straight away, you need to do this, but I'm pulling myself and I'm saying,
All right.
and I feel myself saying, like, I was talking to a fellow the other day, his man getting told to ring me, but I was like, so what can we? I was like, what can we do for you? What the fuck are we? We're sitting on the bus. What can we do? But yeah, do you know what? He ended up getting a little plan, and he's stuck to it. Yeah. Trying to get into a hostel is, and then training. I was like, yeah, what can we do?
It's just being aware, isn't it?
Yeah,
You know,
makes you a lot more aware.
So what's the homework?
Very aware.
Let's start the checkout. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ian, start the checkout.
Yeah, checking out goals, yeah, like I always say good, like yeah, I enjoyed it, do you know what I mean?
Well done. Who are you tagging?
What's that tag, Mark?
I'm checking out good. I enjoyed like learning from everyone's experience and just different perspectives and insights into things, and yeah, I enjoyed today, and I'm tagging Natasha.
Yeah, I'm checking out good, and I really enjoy listening to Martha.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You learn something new every day. And even how you said, like, when you were doing treatment, you realise like that. It's mad, isn't it? That you
it wasn't crazy. Like, different crazy, but you get tools.
But that was the solution.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that was the tools.
Yeah.
So that's all you ever needed.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got learning in that market. And yeah, I'm checking out good, and I will tag Megan.
Yeah, I'm Megan, and I'm checking out as a little bit more inquisitive into different mental health labels. Do you know what I mean? Because I wouldn't really know an awful lot about them. So yeah, a little bit more inquisitive to gain more knowledge around them, you know, so that I could probably help, you know what I mean, navigate someone's recovery, you know what I mean? Not, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm tagging in Gary.
I'm checking out, yeah, quite happy with quite satisfied, yeah, with the group, or the container, sorry. Quite satisfied, yeah, it was quite good. And that come up from me, I just spoke about it, and it's great listening to Martha and everybody. So yeah, very satisfied. I'm tagging Paul.
Paul's been very quiet today.
Yes.
We only said it to him.
It's behavioural, Paul's.
Yeah, I'm checking out good. I enjoyed listening around today, and you know, we've had a lot of conversations like this throughout my sobriety, and me and Martha especially would have talked a lot about stuff like this. And I suppose it's something everybody has not only personal experience with, but it's the kind of conversation where, you know, in a way, every viewpoint is valid. There's not really a right or wrong. It's a very, I suppose, personal topic, you know.
Yeah.
And I suppose the more you talk about it, the more you learn, and it's good to share what you feel and your own experience with it, because then that can kind of inform you for going forward if you're working with somebody, how best to signpost them, that type of thing. But I think Martha's right, like if when you come across somebody that really has legitimate mental health problems, it's a very different experience to somebody maybe experiencing, you know, anxiety or something drug induced, you know. Yeah, exactly, yeah. But yeah, I'm tagging out good, really enjoyed today, and I tag in Dina.
Yes, checking out, very grateful that what we spoke about, because I think when someone asks you to do a chair, they asked me to do that last week, I'm not even sitting in me fucking room going through that speech. Do you know what I mean? About the mental health. So listen, I'm not experienced, I don't just want to talk the way I just bleed and talk, you know, without the caution. Talk the way I talk, I just go from my experience, and yeah, just the people are going through, just do their best to talk as well. Checking out very good.
Andrew?
Yeah, thanks for letting me join for the 30 minutes. It's very odd being dropped into a container that's full flow, and it feels like I'm being in a whirlwind of just trying to work out what's going on. But I was flagging before I turned up, but the energy levels of everyone in the room has really picked me up. So I want to thank everyone for sharing, and just, yeah, it's been great. Thank you.
Is that everyone?
That's us.
All right. Thank you, everyone. I check out with a lot of joy. Andrew, stick around. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yep.
And see you next week, Sankalpa.
Cheers, David.
Thanks, David.
My garden has lovely.
How are you, Andrew?
I'm okay. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, what's with the training over the summer? I'm not sure what.
Yeah, I was meant to take time off. I
Okay.
just didn't, and
Like you,
I kind of told people, yeah, we're going to take time off, and you know, we'll start again in September, because a lot of people were away for August.
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
And because people come at each different times, not everyone knows. So Sankalpa kept going. And what we've done with Sankalpa is we started at 9:30, and I've told everyone else on a Thursday to come at 10:30, because it was quite disjointed with people coming into
Yeah.
so that's how I kind of constructed it or danced with it.